both of my children have a congenital heart disease, as does my husband. So my daughter was born with only 2 chambers in her heart, and within 4 weeks of being born, we needed to get her into ICU and she had to have surgery, and that was the start of our journey, which actually went over a 10-year period.
Hello everybody and welcome to Happy Souls. We have a beautiful, beautiful human that we are interviewing today. Her name is Juliet Dyer. She's the founder of the Revitalise Centre in Glen Iris. She is a phenomenal person. Her story will make you cry, so get the tissues ready. Revitalise Centre has recently opened and we have a very, very special announcement at the end. So welcome to Happy Souls, and if you'd love to see more interviews like this, please subscribe because we have some more beautiful humans to bring you. Thank you and see you soon. I have a beautiful interview for you today with the beautiful Juliet, who just opened this magical place. It's called the Revitalise Centre in Glen Iris, and Juliet, you're amazing. Your story is incredible. And why did you open this beautiful space? Like, what inspired you? When did you start your journey of spirituality? Tell me everything about your life.
Okay. It started a little while ago. So both of my children have a congenital heart disease, as does my husband. So my daughter was born with only 2 chambers in her heart. And within 4 weeks of being born, we needed to get her into ICU and she had to have surgery, and that was the start of our journey, which actually went over a 10-year period. So after that, then later my son, who is older than her, he needed heart surgery. A couple of years after that, she needed another surgery, and then not long after, a year after that, my husband started to get really sick. So he's got heart issues as well, and with him, we almost needed to do... I know, it just is a story now. But yeah, with my hubby, we almost needed to do, we started to talk heart transplants, but we got him to a point where he didn't need that. But with him came a whole lot of starting to talk to dietitians, and we thought that we were leading a fairly healthy life leading up to that point, but then I suddenly realised we weren't eating a lot of bad food, but there was, I didn't know how much, what salt was in what food. And so it started this whole education process about how to look after my family's bodies, which then later led to just another whole journey. Not long after my husband got better with his issues, my son then went down another path where he was wheelchair bound and in excruciating pain, and it was really, as a mum, it's really hard to see your kids go through that. It's really hard
to even hear, never mind go through it.
Yeah, and he was on a 3-month journey of just, we didn't know what to do with him. He couldn't walk. He would scream, pass out in pain, and we just didn't know what to do. Our chiropractor at the time said, I figured it out, I know what to do. So we brought him in, and he had a gentleman that worked with him that did a mixture of chiropractic and kinesiology. And that was my first introduction into what kinesiology was, because I'd never even heard the word before. I didn't even know it existed.
Who was that doctor?
Andrew Knight.
Wow,
yeah,
amazing.
he was the one that helped my Tyson. So the first time that he worked on him, he got up and he was walking for about 10-15 minutes that night before he collapsed again, but it was the start of the healing process.
Yeah, so it's that step work, huh? You saw an improvement straight away.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Straight away.
Yeah.
But then what happened with me, so we got Tyson, we worked on him, and then he became a lot better, and my husband was better, my daughter was better, everyone was really vibrant and doing really well, but then I went downhill. So it was like all of a sudden everyone was healthy and all the emotion of that 10 years hit me.
Because you're an empath and you take on everyone's pain.
And I had just, and I was just really, it was just, I've got to keep going, I have to keep going. I don't have time to process and consider what's going on. Mind you, I cried the whole way through, every surgery or everything, and I was there for my family. But the enormity of what we'd gone through and that constant living in fear is it going to happen again? Is everyone going to be okay?
Every day you wake up, you would have thought that.
Well, and then I found that I was sitting on the toilet and I'd be crying, or I'd be driving in the car and I'd be crying, and I was hiding my tears because everyone kept saying to me, "You're so strong, you're so strong. I can't believe you went through that. You're so strong."
So you felt like you had to put that persona on that you were strong.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely I did. And it just got to this point where I was really struggling. I didn't actually realise how much I was struggling though, because I just sort of was ignoring it. And then my husband and I went to this wellness retreat, and a beautiful lady there was talking about self-love, and I sat there going, I've stopped doing everything I love. I haven't been doing anything for me. I've been so focused on my kids and my husband. I've just been going through the processes. Like it's get up, brush my teeth, get everyone ready, do the day-to-day sort of things. And I'd stop reading books. I'd stop listening to music.
So in that part, you lost yourself.
Yeah.
You lost a sense of yourself. And as mothers, we do that on a day-to-day basis. We lose a sense of ourselves. But when there's sickness for our family, you literally put your heart and soul into your family and lost yourself.
Pretty much, yeah, 100%. So then I had to rediscover who I was. I was working at a desk and realised that I really enjoyed my job. I loved who I worked with, but it wasn't filling me up. It wasn't filling my soul up. So I signed up to do a course. The lady that was talking about self-love, she offered this health and lifestyle education program, which was learning all about essential oils, how to bring them into your life, how to bring self-love rituals back in, just caring for yourself again. And that for me was a life changer, because I got back in touch with who I am. I learnt that putting myself as a priority, it wasn't actually selfish, it's what I needed to do.
No, it's not.
No, but so many women believe that it is. So many
women. And men.
And men, absolutely.
Having a self-love practice is not selfish.
No. So that was the biggest thing I learnt, was how to put my own needs first. And, you hear it all the time. You hear the analogy of, on an aeroplane, what do? You put the mask on yourself first, then your child. But I experienced it firsthand. I wasn't doing that. And I was finding it hard to get up and to keep moving and to find the excitement in life. But now there's just so much abundance. When I fill myself up, when I'm doing what I need to do to get through each day to, bring joy in, there's just so much extra to give to everybody else.
Yeah. And that's because you put yourself first.
Yeah.
So if you put yourself first, you can then look after your family, and then you have more to give.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So what happened next then? So that was after, so you went to the retreat.
Yeah.
And you started to heal.
That was the beginning of the process, yep. So at that retreat, I also met this other beautiful lady who helped me get my mindset right. She helped me realise that until I do start putting my own needs first, until I changed my story, because I was carrying around a story. And my story was, look at my family, look how sick they are. Oh, this is this is what I've been given in life. This is just what it's got to be. And I couldn't let go of everything we've been through for that 10-year period. So then she said, well, what did you learn through that? I'm like, what do you mean, what did I learn through that?
You were given a lesson.
I was given a lesson.
Yeah.
And my big lesson was that, well, number one, I learnt what my superpower was, that I do have an amazing resilience, that I am very strong, and that I can help those around me. But then what I've also learnt is that I love helping others. And that's what eventually made me realise I don't want to sit at a desk anymore.
No. So you were working in a kind of corporate environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In what was more in the commercial building industry. So, and I was in there and I was doing all the paperwork, all the admin, wages, financials, sitting at a desk every day, Monday to Friday.
So hard.
And it served its purpose though, that job, because I was able to do that the whole time that my family was sick.
Yeah.
I had the flexibility. But after having something like that happen to you repetitively for 10 years, it makes you go, you do not know what tomorrow brings.
Yeah. And
I didn't want to sit at a desk anymore. And so while I was doing the course, learning about the essential oils, learning about self-love rituals, it was a point where I started going, well, what do I want to do with my life?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I retrained.
You retrained yourself, so you kind of just took a step back and said, where do I want to be and who do I want to be?
Yeah, and it was kinesiology that was drawing me, especially because of what and how it had helped Tyson. So I went and learned kinesiology.
It's incredible. So you'd had the experience, you'd seen the results, and we're all here on this planet to serve and to, help everyone else. And, that's kind of a realization that it takes people to get to that point where they go, you know what, am I helping people? Like, am I really? And so you've worked that out yourself and realized that that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
So then that's kinesiology. So you trained in kinesiology, and then what happened next?
So while I was training kinesiology, that's where all the real healing happened, because I was able to really get to the bones of what was going on with me, what I was still holding on to, so it helped me release what I was holding on to.
So can you be a kinesiologist on yourself?
You can, it's harder, but I would go and see my kinesiologist.
Amazing.
And then I would go crying again, and I'm like, aren't we done? Isn't this finished? Haven't I dealt with it? But there's always layers. There's so many layers to get through, and it's
like an onion, huh?
Absolutely. But if you can go through the process and come out the other end, it's life-changing.
And it's magical. Like, it hurts. There is things from your past that you don't even realize about that literally gets thrown in your face, and you have to deal with it head on.
Yeah.
Head on. And so, you've got to breathe into it, and you just got to kind of come out the other side.
Absolutely.
But that's why there is people like yourself that do kinesiology that can help people, because it really is life-changing.
Yeah, absolutely it is. So then that led me to, well, what else can I do?
Yeah. Well, what's next?
What's next?
Yeah.
Because
how were your family at this point? Were they okay?
They have been amazing. Ever since that last one. So the lady that helped me change my perspective said, this is going to keep happening until you learn to not getting in everyone else's business.
Yeah.
And so for me, it was about standing back, and I realised through that process that my children had a lot of choice taken from them, because when you're sick, they don't get to make their decisions. So for me, it was about giving them back their power as well.
Yeah.
And allowing them to start making their own decisions that were obviously with me, advising them and helping them, but I had to change my pattern and my behaviours as well.
And then just allow them to heal themselves,
yeah,
huh?
Yeah.
Like, as a mum, that's really hard to take a step back and just say, I need to give you space because you need to heal.
Yeah.
And wow,
and
that's
not
really
so
beautiful.
much. And it's about not solving their problems.
Yeah.
But supporting them while they solve their own, which I feel as a parent, it's so hard.
It's so hard, huh?
Yeah, because all you want to do is wrap them up and go, okay, I've got this, let's just fix it.
Yeah.
But that wasn't helping us.
Wow.
So we have little bits and pieces, like there's, constant, 3 to 6 monthly visits to the hospital and everything to see that everyone's going okay, but we all handle it differently now.
And it's all because of that mindset change, huh? Wow. And it's kind of, I guess, not being the victim and just realising that it was a lesson.
That's it. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
So I came out of that victimhood. Like it doesn't serve to sit in that place.
Yeah.
It's harder to accomplish things when you're sitting in that mindset as well.
And to do the amazing work and to just be free.
Yeah.
And you said earlier about the stories that we tell ourselves. I think that's so important, because that's something that I'm only just learning now about, how many stories I actually have in my mind. And it's not until I was aware of it that we make up so much stuff. So much.
Yeah.
About what he said, she said, what happened here, what's going on here. And we don't actually realise that it's all in our head.
Yeah.
It's not reality. And creating that space out of our head allows us to become free. And is that what kinesiology does? It's kind of, creates space.
Yes, but what it also does is puts you back in choice.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, because a lot of people feel that they don't have choice, so that they're stuck in the path that they're stuck in. But when you give them an awareness as to why they're behaving a certain way, or what the emotion is associated with how they're behaving, you're then giving them the choice to go, well, I can continue to behave this way, or I can now change my direction.
Yeah, wow, amazing.
Yeah. And that's the power of it.
And that's somebody's decision. Like, you're not going to
Absolutely.
go to a kinesiologist and go, oh, I'm healed forever.
No.
No.
So what kinesiology would do is eliminate the stress that you're feeling around whatever the issue is. So then you're in the position without the emotional association attached to it to be able to make a clearer decision.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know, it's pretty good.
Oh my goodness. So starting kinesiology and your family's okay.
Mm-hmm.
How did this beautiful place come about?
I love this place. So I always had in the back of my mind, from the moment that I left my business, my desk job business, that I would create something, that I was going to create something big. But I kept going in 5 years. And the next year going 5 years.
Exactly.
And the next year only 5 years.
Let's deal with that later.
Yeah. And that was a lot of fear too. That, can I do it? And then when I dealt with all of that and realised, actually, this is so right. The day that I realised, the day that I said, yes, I can do this, I found this property that we're in now on that day.
Oh.
Yeah.
And we're in Glen Iris now.
We're in Glen Iris. And this was the very first property I looked at.
Wow.
And I just went, this is it. And I looked at other places and went, no, this is it. This is the one. And pretty much I looked at this place in February or something, had the keys by March, started renos in April. We opened the doors in July, first week of July.
Wow.
And we completely gutted this place, rebuilt it out, put new windows in, everything. But the whole purpose of this place is to have a centre where people feel safe and secure.
Oh, and you get that feeling as soon as you walk in the front door.
Yeah, pretty much. And that's just to have a collective of health practitioners that are holding someone's hand. You know, if that's what they need, we're here to help.
So can you tell us a little bit about the Revitalise Centre? Like, what's your vision for it? And just explain a little bit about what it is.
Okay, so the Revitalise Centre feels like home to me.
Oh, it feels
It
like
really
home to me
does.
too.
I know, it's so beautiful. But so we're a collective of health practitioners, but then we also offer classes to support your healing journey. So we have yoga, we have meditation, we have chakra dance, we have workshops.
Now, what is chakra dance?
I came for their little open
fun.
day and I loved it,
Yeah.
and I've never heard of anything like it.
Yeah, it's incredible. So chakra dance has been around for about 15 years. It's in 20 different countries. An Australian lady created it who lives up in Queensland. And it is a moving meditation. So you work your way, each week you work through a different chakra, and the music is designed to vibrate at that frequency for that chakra, and you dance your way through it with your eyes closed so no one's watching you. And it's a release.
It's really powerful. You wouldn't think it, but it's really powerful.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So it's just giving people another option, exposing them to things they may not have seen before.
Yeah.
That's why we have it here and we love it. So, but it's just another way for people to heal and to connect with other people as well, because connection's huge, and there's a lot of people who are very lonely, who feel that they don't have anyone that they can talk to, people that might be on a new health journey or on a new spirituality journey, and all of a sudden they've gone, I don't connect with my tribe anymore.
Because that happens. It certainly happened to me, and it's challenging at the time because you want to still have that connection with people, but you're just not on the same page anymore.
Yeah.
So you're very big about creating a community?
Yeah, the Revitalise community. That's my vision. So a place where people can come and connect with like-minded souls. We do monthly walks up the 1,000 steps that you're welcome to come along to.
I saw it on your Insta and I loved it. Such a great idea.
Yeah. Because
I've got plenty of other places for people to go.
Excellent.
It's amazing.
Good,
Yes.
good.
Wow.
Well, that's the whole point. So I want community stuff. So where even if it's from this centre, eventually we will do walks from here on a Sunday or something where we can meet up. If you've got kids in a pram, if you've got your dog, just go walk, come back, have a coffee or a tea.
And have conscious conversations.
Yeah.
Yes, because that's what's really lacking, I think, is that, you know, a lot of people aren't having those conscious conversations, and a lot of people want to have them. They want that connection where they can talk consciously about these things, and people won't think that they're a freak or whatever it is, the perception that other people have is that, you know, this is reality. And when you connect with more conscious people, it makes you realise that this is really where you need to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah. And it's education is really the key. Education gives you power.
Yeah.
So we offer workshops here too to help people, to educate people so then they're put back in choice.
Yeah.
Because there's that saying, if you knew better, you'd do better. So, you know, the more that you educate yourself, the more that you read, the more that you connect with other people and just keep learning. It's, you know, constantly learning.
And keep going. And it also inspires you on your journey as well. Like someone might talk about, you know, something that they've done, spiritual practices that they haven't tried before. So it's kind of, you just got to find your own thing, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you just keep on going until you find it.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Well, this place is gorgeous. Like,
thank you.
The fact that you designed it all yourself, like you're just some sort of
fun.
superwoman. You're incredible. So we're just opposite Burwood Station, so in Glen Iris.
Yes.
And yes, it's gorgeous. So we have something else to talk about today, don't we?
We do.
So for the last 12 months, I've been studying at IIN to become a holistic health coach, and I finish as of October. So Juliet and I, this isn't far from my house either. It's very close to my home. It's very close to my son who's in childcare. And I came in here for a session with Juliet, and I just love her, as I know you can clearly see how beautiful she is. And so Juliet and I it was just kind of off the cuff, wasn't it? I said, I finish next month. And I just said to her, you're looking for a holistic health coach? And she's like, yeah, absolutely. So as of every Monday in October, I'm going to start to practice here as a health coach, because I have that deep passion to really help people on their journey. And if there's anything that I can do to help someone, I want to. So yes, we're going to do lots of work
so
together.
Exciting.
It's so exciting.
Fun.
And you know, we want to start to run workshops and all these fun things that we can do together, because it's you know, we're here to be of service to people, and this is our journey and this is our experience, and we want to help you on your journey or your experience. So Juliet, you are gorgeous. I'm so excited to connect with you on a weekly basis and via email and text message and all of that too. Yes, you just made me cry with your journey. Like, what a beautiful mum you are, to recognise that you needed space and you needed connection.
What's happening?
It's you and your kinesiologist, you always make me cry. Because I think that's a really beautiful lesson for mums out there, especially, that you really need to put yourself first.
You do.
Like, there is a point absolutely where we need to look after our kids and we need to nurture them, but if we're not right, our kids aren't going to be right either.
And that it's not selfish.
No, it's not.
It's actually not selfish to put yourself first.
Yeah.
It's the biggest gift you can give yourself and your family.
Yeah. Juliet, thank you for coming to Happy Souls.
Thank you.
Please subscribe and like this post, because we want to bring you more people like Juliet. There's so many more out in the world there, just like Juliet. You know, we all have our own journey and our own experience, but she's here to help you. And come to the Revitalise Centre, even just for a session or two, and I know that you'll fall in love with it and her. So, Juliet, give me a hug. I just love you. Thank you. Goodbye, everyone. See you next time at Happy Souls.